What's going on? It's this, bringing it straight from my heart for me to you, because that's what I do. Old Black Ops 2. I hope you got the chance to see my fisticuffs commentary on my first page. Yeah, I'm so rusty. I didn't even. What am I talking about? Anyways, hope you was over there. Check out that video. I haven't had time to do a real proper, like I said, commentaries lately. So, I know. I'm very optimistic. I mean, very pessimistic about Advanced Warfare coming out. I don't know how. I mean, as some parts of me, what I'm seeing right now and what I'm saying in this video is that, you know, the way Destiny and the way Activision is releasing games is that they're just putting $500 million in it. They're putting all the money into the advertising and they're not putting money into the development. And, you know, they're going by saying that they're going to take 3 years to develop this game, where all they did was, you know, they took 3 years, so they say, to develop the boosting in Advanced Warfare. The movement. It took 3 years to master that and program the movement system. And then all they did was, like, it seemed like they ran out of time, and then they just slapped the Pick 10 system from Black Ops 2. And then you have Michael Condrey going on and saying, oh, we really love that game, and that's why we used it. You know, it's more like maybe that's what, you know, David Vonderhaar, you know, said that you guys should use because you didn't really have anything, and you didn't want to use something that nobody else liked. So obviously that's what they grabbed or gravitated towards. So, you know, and then on top of that, just throwing in the MLG Pro, whatever, the pro gaming stuff. I mean, that's just whatever, you know. So I'm looking at it like, as a consumer, you know, that's played all the Call of Duties, and as a casual gamer, am I saying, is this game for me? Is Advanced Warfare going to be for me? You know, I mean, I don't know. And I'm really skeptical because I don't know if I want to spend the money and take the chance. Because it looks like now to me what Activision's just turned into EA now. All they're doing is they're just throwing tons and tons of money at marketing, and they're not really taking the money and really developing the game, you know, or advancing the game. They got 3 studios working on the game. Maybe it's gonna take a 6-year or a 9-year cycle to get out of Call of Duty, and to really, maybe that's what it takes in the industry. Maybe I don't know that. Maybe they need to do it in baby steps or do it in chunks. They just can't change the game all the way. You know, you have all the boosting around. We'll leave the Black Ops 2 system in it. And then when Treyarch comes out, they'll actually be able to change the game completely to what it should be. And maybe that's what it is. I mean, GTA, what, takes 5 years to develop? So, I mean, maybe we're all wrong. No one really knows, but it looks like to me that Activision is just trying to hold on, which, you know, seems you can see through it. And that's the thing. It'd be one thing if you couldn't see through it. Or maybe another thing for them to come out and say, listen, we love our audience, and we want to take the time to do the game right. So it's going to take 5 years, and we're sorry. You know, and not worry about the competition, not worry about EA's Battlefield game coming out the year before that or whatever, and sharing the market, and just, we're all about trying to make $1 billion. We're going to spend $750 million to make $350 million every year. That's what our shareholders want. We got to do it. Da, 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 da. You know, maybe, I mean, I understand that's corporate America. And maybe you got to use the movie tactics, the movie style of producing a game and then throwing tons of marketing and advertising at us, and then, you know, hope they buy it in the first 2 weeks, or otherwise you won't recoup your money, and that's the end of the story. But really think about it. I mean, it's like self-defeating. It's like everybody is on a 3-year cycle anyway, and have we seen any good games from the last year to this point anyway? No, we haven't. Yeah, granted, new consoles come out, but have we seen any new games for that matter? I mean, you know, like what? Minecraft is the last, and Minecraft and Call of Duty. So I don't know what they're worried about. What competition are you worried about? What's the rush to get $1 billion and spend more and more money to make that $1 billion? So, you know, I'm like, there's so much con to this game that, like, there's just that 1% of me that says, just buy the game, try it out. And if you don't like it, that's it. But the thing is, they get my money. And all I'm doing is supporting something that I don't like when I buy the game. and I don't want to do that. So I don't know what to do. You know, I really like Call of Duty, but I really don't want to support the direction this game is going in. I want a military first-person shooter that's classic, traditionally paced to, you know, a Call of Duty 4, Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 2. I want a game in that tangent. I don't want a game that goes off and tries to go into space. I mean, if you want to do a space game, take the Call of Duty name off of it. Do a spin-off from that. I mean, are we so scared that EA is going to take the reins away from Call of Duty with the Star Wars game that's going to have so much hype? Not only from the EA, but from the studios who are releasing this movie, J.J. Abrams, and this it's going to be it's going to be the biggest Star Wars that's ever been released. And everybody who comes out of there, it's going to be like a kung fu movie. You come out of a kung fu theater, you feel like you want to kick someone's ass. You know, you think you think you're a black belt and you know jiu-jitsu, you're UFC master, and you walk around with your triple X shirt and your fucking your tap out shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what they're doing. They're so scared that when Star Wars comes out, if your game has nothing to do with Star Wars and all that stuff like that, then your game's irrelevant. Well, newsflash, we're probably going to be going into a war here in Syria and Iraq and all those other places. So don't worry, you're not going to lose favor. I mean, I think 80% of the people that live in America has been in the military or something like that. How could a military first-person shooter classic game ever lose its appeal? I don't think it could ever lose its appeal. So I think they're just banking on like the fresh, hot impulse buying of young adults between 13 and 25 or 30 or whatever they classify them now. But you know, I'm in the stage where like I mean, I'm proactive. I'm not supporting games that do not support the community. I think there's more cons than there is pros to this game. I think the only pro thing is to this game is the ability to learn the boosting better than the next guy. But how is that any different than playing Destiny and reaching level 30 versus somebody who doesn't want to play past level 20? All you're doing is playing a small group of people that understand that concept, and therefore there's no new players, and therefore that's where all your fun comes from, a continuous flow of new players into the game, new blood into the game. That's just life. You know, if the earth was just a bunch of old people and they died, that'd be the end of the story. And that's what happens to every game. You know, you don't want that to happen. You want your game to like have some longevity through the year. I mean, we can't even get out of 2 months now. I mean, a game comes out and they just, like I said, it's a movie release. And that's why I look at the publisher and I'm saying to myself, do I want to be part of that? I mean, if it's a movie, then why am I even playing multiplayer? Just play the single player for 8 hours and pay my $60 and I'm in a movie and I'm done. At least give me a bag of popcorn when I buy Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I would feel, if you gave me 2 movie tickets that were worth $60 to see a movie, then I would have no qualms about buying Call of Duty. Because at least if I wasn't satisfied with the single player and the multiplayer and I was gypped out of my entertainment for my $60, then I could take my 2 golden tickets and go to a movie and eat popcorn and I would be satisfied. Because that's what I would expect from a movie, not from the video game that totally let me down. So I don't know. I don't know. Where do you feel? Where do you guys sit at? Where are you sitting at? I mean, I'm really wondering about this. So I don't know. Are you feeling like you're gonna make this move? Or are you not gonna support it and not buy it? Or are you on the fence like I am and just like a loyal fan of the game series and you're just like you just don't want to give up on the game that you love? You know what I mean? I mean, eventually you have to, but I guess it just comes down to that point. Anyways, until next time, get the fuck out of here.